On today's video, we are going to do a round brush blow dry tutorial. Whenever I blow dry my hair, I like to do it from fairly wet. What that means is I don't like to let my hair air dry a significant amount before I start to go in and blow dry. You can of course do this if you prefer, but I find that blow drying right from fairly wet helps me to control my style more and get a little bit more volume in my hair. So first, I'm just going to shake out my freshly washed hair and I am going to apply my leave-in conditioner. As usual, I am using the Miracle Creator 20 by Matrix. This is my most used leave-in conditioner. I'm going to spray that all over. This has got heat protection, it has got detangling, it's got the leave-in conditioner, it's got everything. After my leave-in, I am going to do any thickening or volumizing treatment. Today we are using the Colorado Dream Cocktail Carbon Fuse leave-in thickening treatment. I do really like this one. You do need to use quite a bit to feel the results, and it does need to be blow dried in. It's not one that you can put in and then air dry your hair. And then before we get in with the round brush, we are going to rough dry the hair. So I'm not going to brush it yet. I'm just going to start to go in rough drying it until it's probably about 75 to 80% dry. All right, so we are sufficiently rough dried. You might want to also take note that I do kind of flip my hair upside down, flip my roots in the opposite direction they're going to lay, just to also help to get more maximized volume. Another quick tip is that if you are new to round brush blow drying your hair, you might want to get your roots more like 90 to 95% dry, and the rest of your hair can be more like 80% dry, and that's because it can be hard to get in at your roots with the round brush, and you don't want to leave them damp. So now we are going to go in with our detangling brush and detangle our hair before we start to use our round brush, because round brushes are terrible at getting out tangles, and we don't want the hair to snag on any tangles. We want the hair to run smoothly through our round brush as we use it. And then the key to a successful blowout with a round brush is going to be getting your hair into sections. Keeping your hair organized into sections when you do a blowout like this is just going to make the entire thing go much easier and be much more likely that you are going to succeed in the volume and the shape that you want to get, as opposed to kind of just blow drying everything in all directions. I do what I call like the mohawk section, which is like the top of my head. And then I take all of the hair in front of my ears. Each of those is going to be a section. And then the back, I just section that like a top and a bottom section. So it's like two sections. Obviously, if your hair is thicker, you might need more sections at the back, but we don't usually have thick hair here, so two sections is fine. The round brush that I'm using today is an Olivia Garden ceramic ion tourmaline brush. This is the 45 millimeter size. It's sort of like a good in-between size. You could use bigger, you could use smaller. Just keep in mind with round brushes, the bigger they are, the more smoothing you're going to get, and the smaller they are, the more kind of curl and flip you're going to get. So I like to go for one that's kind of in the middle, but you can play around and figure out what works best for you. You're going to hold your blow dryer in your dominant hand, and you're going to hold your round brush in your not dominant hand. And what we're going to be doing is taking the hair. I like to kind of get the hair into my brush before I pick up my blow dryer. So I'm going to pick up the section, I'm going to get my brush in, and as you're getting your brush in, you don't just go straight into your hair. You're kind of going in and already rolling it in the direction that you're going to go, and then you would pick up your blow dryer and get ready to blow dry. When you're using your blow dryer, you don't touch the hair with it. That can singe your hair. You keep it close and you blow the nozzle in the direction that the hair grows, so down the hair shaft. You don't want to go against the hair. That will create frizz. When you want smoothness, you want to hold the blow dryer going down the hair shaft, not up the hair shaft, not directly at the hair shaft. Angle it so that the air is blowing down the hair shaft. As you pull, you want to create a fair amount of tension with your brush, meaning it shouldn't be like loose and floppy. You want to get that brush in there really good, get a good bite of hair, and it should feel like the hair is nice and taut as it's pulling out of the brush, but you don't want to pull so hard that you're ripping the hair, and you only want to go over the section maybe 2 or 3 times. The more you go over it, the more you're likely to overwork the hair and go back towards frizz. There's like a good happy medium in the middle where you're going to create smoothness and shape without creating more frizz. So that's why it's important for the hair not to be too wet, so you don't have to go over it too many times. I do want to say that round brush blow drying your hair is a tricky skill. Even for me, I don't do it very often because it's tricky. It's much easier to do on someone else's head. And if you get really good at doing it on your own head, it can be a little bit easier. Like anything, practice makes progress and it will make it easier, but it is a tricky skill. Don't be hard on yourself if you find this really difficult to do at first. When you're going through a section of hair, if you're finding it really difficult to get your brush through, it's probably got some tangles. Go back in with your detangling brush, brush out the section, get those little tangles out. There we go, I could feel those tangles. And then go back in with your round brush again. And these I like to grab into this section and blow dry the hair away from my face, like so. And again, making sure you blow towards the direction that the hair shaft is going. When you're starting, I wouldn't get too caught up in directions that you're going or anything like that. If you're finding holding your brush in one direction over the other is too tricky, and one way is a lot easier, stick with what is easier just to get used to using the tools and get good at manipulating that hair with your brush and your blow dryer all at the same time, and worry about the direction that you're going in and whatnot a little bit later. So now we're going to do the mohawk section, and we're going to try to do them this way across the top to create volume, taking horizontal sections across the top and blow drying everything forward towards our face. Brushing out that section completely. Now we can just flip everything back over. We have now got a nice, voluminous, smooth blowout with the round brush. Just like that. You will notice that this doesn't give you that signature, like really flippy blowout look, but that's because this is sort of your most basic round brush blow dry, which is really intended just to create smoothness and some minimal volume. It's not really a blowout where, you know, you're kind of twisting and manipulating the brush to get those nice C-shaped flips in the hair. That is definitely something we can go over, but it is a more advanced technique and you really need to master being able to do what we just did here today before you can work on doing that. I hope that helps. I hope that gives you another blow dry you can try out on your thin, fine hair. Let me know in the comments how it works out for you, or if you have any difficulties, let me know and I can help you troubleshoot those. Thank you so much for watching today. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Like and subscribe because you know it helps me grow my channel here. Thank you so much for watching today.